As your boy DJ Wolf for Black Friday this evening. Got a couple things on my mind. You know, I hear people say, and I've heard black people say it as well, there's no such thing as black on black crime. You know. Now, I'm going to tell you right up front. Unfortunately, I know what they mean by the black on black crime. You try and say it's only concerned for black people, not for everybody else. Crime is crime to me, personally. But if you want to talk about within the realm of my own neighborhoods, there is such thing as black on black crime, because chances are they'll get done on us before it get done on anybody else. There's a likely chance that they'll do it to us before they do that to anybody, in terms of race-wise. Now, here's my thing. I'm sick of these talk show hosts, particularly some of our black talk show hosts. And I'm not going to say no specific names, where they talk about, well, they use statistics as a pattern to try to alleviate from the real problem in our communities. By saying, well, and I'm not giving them an excuse about it, but they say, well, white people commit more crimes and are more on welfare than black people are. Here's my thing. Let's get it in. Let's go. I'm not really that concerned about whether white people do more crimes or get more welfare than that. I'm concerned about my people. Okay? I could care less about if they do more. They do more of everything anyway. Okay? And I'm going to leave it at that. What we need to be concerned is what we're doing to ourselves. That's the bigger picture. Then we worry about, we use the statistic thing to make it look like try to make ourselves feel better about ourselves by saying, well, they do more than we do. I don't give a fuck. I'm more concerned about what we doing to each other and what we doing, what is not being done or lack of thereof in our communities. What's not happening. The things that we should be doing. The things we ought to be able to get the opportunities to do. I give a damn about the statistics about that. It doesn't concern me as much as what concerns me about what's going on in our community and what's not going on. You know? And I really feel hurt by that. Now, I'm going to tell you, I had a great Thanksgiving day yesterday. And although it was great, I always feel like there's a void. Okay? I talked to a relative of mine on Facebook last night, and she was saying that she felt that she doesn't like holidays because she never got the complete family experience. And I understand where she's coming from, even though I've had that. But I haven't had it in many, many years because we have family members that's all over the place, you know. I'm in one part of the country, sister in another part of the country, brother in another part, of the country. We all live in 3 different states. And then I have another brother, older brother, who lives in another state. So, and my main thing is that we don't come together like we should. We really don't, you know. But there doesn't seem to be much of an urgency in that anymore, man. Or families should, at least once a year get together, and bring the kids or whatever, so the parents will be able to see their grandkids and all of that, And a lot of families don't do that anymore. We just thought we had talked about that at church, where families, they go between, okay, well, mom wants you to come over Thanksgiving, and then you don't show up because you got to go over somebody else's house and blah, blah, blah. But in my case, there have been so much drama over the years. I just rather not deal with the drama and just deal with my own family. I don't want to go to Thanksgiving being thankful one minute and being miserable the next. And I think that's part of our problem. There's no unity. Our main issue, for real, in our communities, there is no unity. And I like to see more of it. I know people say, well, you should be talking about that a lot. No, we should, because they already know. Let's be real. I hear people all the time, well, you shouldn't be talking about stuff like that in public. Yes, you should. First of all, everybody around the country and around the world already knows that there are African American communities that aren't unified. Let's be real. We're not. Everybody knows that. That's not a secret. You know? And I did a podcast a couple of days ago about talent that runs in my family. You know? And I mentioned my dad's mechanically inclined. My mother was a nurse. And so she's a very nurturing person. My sister is, you know, she's very, very smart in as far as organizations and stuff like that. You know, my brother cuts hair, and you know, and I like, you know, I'm kind of like a tech. That's what. So we're all got our own specific talents and stuff, and you know, you find in the black community we have a lot of different people with a lot of different talents. There's talent in everybody, you know. No matter whether you're good, bad, or indifferent or whatever, you have talents. And I think if we possess ourselves to unify more and get our, with our talents, man, it'd be amazing the things that we can do together, especially with people who spend trillions of dollars every year in the economy. You know, but yet some of us don't have nothing to show for it by spending all that money. You know, real talk. But I was just thinking about that. I was just thinking about that. These people going nuts on Black Friday, man. I'm glad I didn't get involved in that. I think some more people are going shopping tonight. You know, I also see, and that's the other thing. We're spending money on Black Friday, and where's the money going? Not into our communities. Not for the money we spend. We spend that kind of money, and we spend tons of money on Black Friday. I tell you, trust me, I know. And I think if we spend that kind of money on Black Friday in our own communities every day, wow, it'd be amazing. It would be absolutely amazing. So, that's about all I got to say about it. I don't have much else to say. Of course, questions and comments. DJ Wolf Online is my email address at yahoo.com. DJ Wolf Online at yahoo.com. Of course, my other email address is, other addresses are For All to Hear TV on YouTube, as well as at For All to Hear on Twitter. And my Facebook page is DJ Wolf Live on Facebook. All right, guys. That's about all I got for right now. I got more to say about this and other stuff on the back burner. I will talk to you guys later.